Hello everybody and welcome back. I am back here at the condo. There has not been much progression since I closed out the last video. However, I'm doing a couple of small things here today, so I wanted to open this back up because it's my last chance to do so before things really start moving. We do have the plumber starting in just a few days. The only real update on that front is that we've run a fish tape from here under the sink to grab cold water supply, and we've brought it up over here in the corner where the fridge sits. And this will feed an ice maker and possibly future water dispenser on a new fridge. This is one of a couple things that I really wanted in this place. Aside from the things that you know are just purely automatic for me, like great lighting and ceiling fans. Number one, I want a really great functional shower, which I'm getting in the main bathroom now. And number two, I want an ice maker. During my time in my current apartment, I've had to revert back to ice trays, and I am completely over that. And I can tell you that I'm really going to enjoy this ice maker because it was an absolute pain to fish across. We did really luck out on the fact that this building is constructed with trusses between the floors, so I was pretty shocked by that. The fact that we can get between the joist spaces is pretty phenomenal, but basically we had to start by feeding our fishing sticks from this vent over to this return air vent in this bedroom. And once again, thank God for these vents having no actual ducting, otherwise this whole thing would have been pretty much impossible. But even so, with where the trusses land in the space, it's very difficult to get anything fed across this space. It took a very long time just to get probably about halfway, maybe a little bit more across this space. And then I was able to take another set of sticks from this end, and with the help of my phone camera to see down in this opening, I was able to just snag the end and drag it across. So then from there we got the fish tape fed through this opening over into the vent in the bedroom, and we were able to tie it onto the fish sticks and then pull it through the vent on the other side of this wall. Then from there it was just a matter of poking it through this opening that we'd made. So nothing about it was quick or easy, but I am going to get my ice maker, so I'm thrilled about it. I think the only other update that I can provide is that I am on the way to decisions for fans in these two spots. It's going to be a while, so I'm not prepared to say anything else on the topic for the time being, but thoughts and discussions are being had. But I am pretty thrilled and excited about what we're looking at doing. So like I said, just a quick update here today. The next you're going to see is probably some complete plumbing, but we will see how things progress, and I will see you back soon for more. Hello, I am back to show you basically just the plumbing progress. So I can start here in the kitchen. We've got our water line for the fridge in place, fresh new quarter turn shutoff valves under the kitchen sink. Not everything is hooked up here yet because we're still kind of trying to decide if we want to take on some of this kitchen stuff soon. I for sure wanted to put off doing any work here in the kitchen until we got some of the other projects done because it was all just too much to deal with. But now that a lot of the other projects are moving, it's kind of a question of whether we want to do this before I move in or get moved in and then do it as we go. But all of that is a topic for another day. Again, in this bathroom, new quarter turn shutoff valves everywhere, new toilet flange there, and also new shutoff valves here in the laundry. And then back here, same thing, new quarter turn shutoffs. And here, once again, new shutoff valve and flange. And as you can see here, the shower pan is in place. We also have new shutoffs in the wall for the shower here, which is amazing. And of course we have all the new plumbing in place. So this is all very exciting, and last I heard we were still waiting on tile, but I believe some of the initial rough-in for the surround is going to start next week. So this weekend we have a couple of things we need to do. Last weekend my dad was working really hard on getting the floors smooth for the new flooring to go in. It's mostly just inside this room that still needs finishing up. I need to sort out an issue with these outlets. Upon further investigation and looking ahead, these are going to be right behind the new vanity backsplash. So I'm thinking the easiest solution is going to be to just raise them up a bit. The painters will be back to finish in that other bathroom and do some more touch-ups. So we should be able to get these patched up no problem. I think that's going to be the best way, but we will see how that progresses. And then I do also have new bath fans to put into both bathrooms. I'd like to get moving on that just to get it done before too much more finish work happens anywhere else. But otherwise, that's pretty much where I'm at, and I will see you back soon for more updates. Hello, I'm here again kind of late night, but we are going into another sort of busy weekend, so I wanted to get in here and give you guys a really good update. And then I was editing this video earlier on tonight, so I'm thinking with this I'll have enough to finish this up and get something up for you guys. We've had some pretty big leaps and bounds in progress over this past week, so let's get started. As I head out into this main space, you can see that flooring has been installed. Unfortunately, you can't really see this area in full because they did this part first, and then we had to haul all of this trim out of the other rooms so that they could do those spaces. But some of the final trim and painting is going to be starting next week, so there won't be much longer to wait on this part. Here in the kitchen, kind of the same thing. They did this part along with the living room, so we had to move some of our stuff into this space. And I will try to hit other small updates here as we go. This outlet that was mounted down here originally fed a trash compactor according to the panel downstairs. I did a little digging and found that it was just fed from up here, so I entirely eliminated it. For the time being, it definitely serves no purpose, but especially in the future, once I get cabinets here, I'm thinking that this one here is going to end up inside, which will be nice to have some sort of power supply inside of there. But I definitely don't think I'll need another one for any purpose there, and this one down here was just going to be weird and cause problems. So that is just one little thing that I tackled the other day. Here you can see they got this water line really cleaned up well. You wouldn't even know that big opening we made was here. This entrance through to the kitchen is really nice because they were able to just continue the flooring straight through without a transition strip. Because it's a floating floor and things can expand and contract, those strips are necessary to prevent buckling, but in this case we were able to go without it, which I was thrilled about. Over here at the bathroom, really the only update is that the final transition has been put in place. The flooring is really the perfect tone to play off this sheet vinyl that I chose. We can just peek in here. I am working on the bath fan upgrades. Kind of had to put a slight pause on that because I discovered that they're fed with rigid ducts. And so what I'm going to have to do is cut those back a little bit and then splice into a flexible duct. Otherwise the new fans just don't line up right. So I don't know if I'm going to get to those this weekend, but they are on the list. This bedroom is pretty much empty, so you can get a better sense of the flooring. I just absolutely love it, and I think playing off the contrast of the black trim is going to be superb. So back here in the main bedroom was the last bit that they had to finish up today, and it looks great against the green walls. In here, closet's looking good, all finished up. Got that flooring run all the way across over to here, and we've got all kinds of stuff sitting here because they're now in working on the shower. I did in fact get these outlets moved up. Pretty simple and painless. Hopefully this is going to work out okay. And now for the real masterpiece, this shower. I am so thrilled with how it looks. You can see they also got down this little piece of vinyl. Everything pretty much finished off in that regard. One thing I did change here though is I had the plumber come back and change this hand shower outlet to being on center with the other valves. This is actually the original configuration that I wanted, but then upon requesting that with him, he said it wasn't possible for whatever reason. So then I decided putting it over to the right side of the other valves would be the best solution. Since this room is so small and I have to be getting in on this side due to the placement of the toilet, I didn't really want anything protruding out on this side of the shower regardless of how low profile it could be. And then of course I came in to take a peek at it the day that he plumbed and he had placed it over here. So then we asked again if it could be moved to this back side. And then again, for whatever reason, he said that wasn't possible. So then we asked if he could just add a 90-degree turn onto the existing fitting that he had done and put it in the center. And he said most people don't like it centered, but that's totally fine, we can do that. If you've been watching this series, you know that I am not most people. I know what I want. I don't care if it looks weird to somebody else. I don't care if it costs more. I'm doing this place for me, and this is what I want. Personally, I don't know who would want it over here and have the hose draping across the entire shower. That's another aspect of what I wanted with this placement. I think it's going to look much cleaner with just a slight loop up to the mounting location for the handheld. So in the end, I got what I originally wanted. No complaints here. I'm absolutely loving the tile. You can see I chose one with a very slight texture. I didn't want something too clean or too modern, but I didn't want too much of a texture or pattern either because I knew this light right above would just cast shadows on it. So I think this is turning out really well, and I was initially a little concerned that I chose the wrong scale for size, but I think these really just help elongate the space and make it look even bigger than it is. For me, this is like pure luxury compared to what I have at my apartment. What a major upgrade. And this massive niche, fully obsessed with that. We didn't put it over here because of the exterior wall, but I actually love it being down here because it's out of the major splash zone. And they were really trying to talk me into doing some corner shelves, but I am so glad that I didn't do those. I think they would have really encroached and impeded the visual scale of this back wall. And again, with this light shining down from above, I really didn't want all those shadows created by shelving in the corners. I know these niches can be a pain to clean, but I really appreciate the seamless look so much more. And honestly, right now, the tub shower surround at my apartment is the biggest pain to clean, so this is literally nothing to me. I will gladly scrub this thing, not a problem. And with the handheld, it'll be easy to get water over there and all of that, not worried about it in the least. I'll just go ahead and point out while I'm here, this fan installation is a little bit further along. This is the one I started with and then realized that it wasn't going to work out. I just don't have enough variability and flexibility in that duct to do it. So I think that's it for now. It's weird to say that's it because this is huge progress, but I'm really excited about how things are progressing and loving how things are looking. Thank you all for watching today. Remember to subscribe and ring the notification bell before you leave to get updates for all of my new videos. I'm sure there are going to be a ton more amazing updates in the next video, and I will see you then.